The Choice Architect. You will learn how limiting choices quietly shapes decisions without ever looking forced. Storyteller Amandua. I want to tell you about a moment when a quiet man changed 3 lives just by deciding which menus got printed. Maya ran the only diner in a tired desert town. Every trucker, tourist, and local passed through her doors. She liked people, but she also liked keeping the lights on. One slow Tuesday, a soft-spoken salesman named Louis walked in. He asked for water, then asked to speak to the owner. Maya wiped her hands and sat across from him. Louis said, "I sell paper placemats that pay for themselves." Maya laughed. "Paper doesn't make money." Louis slid a sample across the table. Breakfast combo A on top, breakfast combo B underneath. Same price, same food, different names. He told her, "Pick the one that feels right to you." Printed on every mat starting tomorrow. A week later, you will sell more of whichever one is on the page. People think they are choosing. You chose first. Maya was curious enough to try. She chose Combo A, the Sunrise Special. On old mats, there had been a dozen items. Now there were only 2 pictures and bright colors around the sunrise. The other option sat smaller in the corner. The first morning, nothing seemed different. By Friday, the grill cook asked why eggs and potato orders doubled. Truckers pointed at the picture and said, "That one looks good." No one asked about the missing pancakes. Next, Louis brought her takeout menus. He trimmed them to 4 dinner deals, all priced the same. One was shrimp, one was steak, one was chicken, one vegetarian. He asked which she needed to move before it spoiled. She said shrimp. That night, he placed a red border around the shrimp plate. Nothing else changed. By Sunday, the freezer was half empty of shrimp bags. Customers told each other, red must be the house favorite. Word reached Hal, the grocery owner across the street. He stormed in waving a menu. "This guy is rigging our town," he said. Maya shrugged. "My trash can say otherwise." Less food wasted, more cash in the jar. Hal hated gimmicks, but he also hated unsold stock. He phoned Louis. "If you're so clever, help me move these beans." Louis arrived carrying a crate of tin cans. He asked Hal which shelf the beans sat on now. Hal pointed to the second from the bottom. Louis moved the beans to eye level at the end cap. He placed a handwritten sign, "Desert Road Staple." Nothing about price changed. Within 2 days, the beans were gone. A supplier asked Hal if there was a sudden bean craze. Hal mumbled something like that. The real turning point came when Sheriff Ramirez visited. He had watched the diner fill, watched the grocery turn inventory. He told Louis, "I don't run a business, I run elections." The town charter vote was 3 weeks away. One option raised sales tax for a new fire truck. The other kept things the same. Early polls showed 50-50 split. Louis asked which outcome the sheriff preferred. "I want the truck, but folks hate new taxes." That night, Louis designed 2-yard signs. Sign 1 showed a burning home with the caption, "Pay a little now or a lot later." Sign 2 showed the same burning home with "Keep taxes low, keep risk high." Both carried small print, "Vote Tuesday." The sheriff scratched his head. "Looks depressing either way." Louis placed the first sign at the diner counter. He placed the second sign near the grocery exit. Inside each location, he talked to no one. He simply let people see the picture that matched where they already stood. Election day came. The tax increase passed by 12 votes. The sheriff later admitted he did not campaign more, did not knock extra doors. The sign simply framed the choice. so that standing still felt riskier than acting. He asked Lewis how it worked. Lewis said, "Most people fear loss more than they love gain. When both paths look like losses, they pick the one that hurts less." "You gave them that path." The sheriff replied, "Feels like trickery." Lewis answered, "Trickery is promising both roads go uphill. I just showed the slope honestly." Back inside the diner, Maya counted the week's take. For the first time since tourist season, she could cover rent and payroll. She poured coffee for Lewis and asked, "Where did you learn this?" He smiled and tapped her menu. "Right here, every parent does it. Would you like broccoli or carrots? Either way, you eat a vegetable." Months later, Lewis drove away, leaving behind menus, shelf labels, and signs. Business stayed brisk, but people still believed they ordered what they wanted. Maya understood the trick, yet she still picked the sunrise special when hungry. Choice is funny that way, she thought. Even when you know the rails, the ride feels free. Hal restocked beans and placed them on the usual shelf. They sold slower, but he no longer panicked. He remembered Lewis's parting words. Options comfort people, but narrowed options move them. Use the tool, don't let the tool use you. Sheriff Ramirez kept the fire truck picture in his office. Whenever questioned about taxes, he pointed at it. Some nights he wondered if democracy was just better menu design. Still, the truck arrived, sirens bright, ready to save houses. The town felt safer, and no one felt robbed. Years passed. A young entrepreneur opened a bookstore cafe. She asked Maya the secret to steady traffic. Maya slid an old placemat across the counter. 2 circles, 2 prices, same coffee. "Start here," Maya said. "Offer people a choice you can live with. Then let them believe they chose." The woman followed the advice. Her grand opening line wrapped around the block. Everyone talked about which drink they selected, not how few there were. Control the options, and you never force a soul. You simply clear the path you prefer. That, my friend, is how gentle power moves kitchens, shelves, and towns. Master the menu, and the world orders what you can serve. Summary: the story shows how limiting choices quietly guides decisions without threats. When every option benefits the giver, the chooser still feels free. Use this law to steer volunteers, kids, voters, or customers toward outcomes you all value. But remember, shrink choices, not dignity.